Back on the show with legendary Mariners broadcaster Rick Rizzs. It's you, my man. 41 years in the business. No one has called Ken Griffey Jr.'s name more in his career than this guy right here. What was so special about covering Junior?
Oh, he was fun to watch. He was human highlight reel every night. You never knew what he was going to do, but he always did something every night, whether it was a great catch in the outfield. I still remember him robbing Jesse Barfield out in left center field in Death Valley at Old Yankee Stadium, and Barfield's reaction to kick at the dirt. That would have been his third home run of the game, but Junior racing out to left center field, putting his right foot on the fence, going over the wall, making the catch.
Awesome.
What an incredible catch by the kid. You know, and then, of course, the home runs. He had 630 home runs and almost 500 in a Mariners uniform. And
sweetest swing in baseball you've ever seen?
Most beautiful swing I've ever seen in baseball. He came back and hit the grand slam off of John Wetland to propel us, you know, at the end of the season there and into the playoffs to go a little bit deeper. He was just the greatest player I've ever seen. You know, everybody's talking about, and rightly so, Andrew Jones and all the great center fielders. That guy right there was the best center fielder in the history of the game of baseball and the best player that I ever saw. So you couldn't take your eyes off of him.
Yeah. Well, there's another player right there next to him that you've covered a lot of. And I thought it was fun being there in Cooperstown last year, Rick, when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Ichiro, during his speech, he gave a nod to you when he gave his best impersonation of you. He said, holy smoke, a laser beam strike from Ichiro. I mean, you could probably do it better since it is you, right?
Well, that announced his presence to the major leagues. You know, he wasn't even the starting lineup that day against the Oakland A's. You know, he came in later on in the ball game and went out to play right field. And then Terrence Long was on first base. And as you know, Terrence Long was one of the fastest guys in all of baseball. And Ramon Hernandez got a base into the right field. And Long thought he was going to third base easily. And Ichiro charged that ball and threw a laser beam throw, you know, right to David Bell. And I talked to David Bell about this, and David was right there. He looked like a catcher. He just caught it. It was a perfect throw, like Ichiro threw a strike from 300 feet away and just dropped his glove. And Long was out at third base. He was more surprised than anybody in the ballpark. And I said, laser beam throw, and man, it got caught on. And one reporter wrote a book about the one play. But everybody found out that this guy was really something special. But his bat-to-ball skills was greater than right there. You know, his body moving forward, but he kept his hands back, and he could slice that ball in left field, or he could pull the ball out of the ballpark to right field. He was a wizard with the bat, 262 base hits in one season, a major league record. He was one of the greatest hitters in the game of baseball as far as, you know, making contact, and it was just so much fun to watch. His defense, his speed on the bases, the stolen bases. In 2001, he won the American League Rookie of the Year and American League MVP. First guy to do that since Freddie Lynn in 1975. But he had it all. Now he's got a statue out there outside the ballpark, and rightly so, in the Hall of Fame last year, where he belongs. And this is the guy that didn't get his first hit in the big leagues until he was like 27 years old.
Pretty amazing.
Because he started 9 years in Japan.
I have to ask, you know, it was our producer this morning, Joel Cadet, that said it. This show is about conversations, and I'm loving this conversation right now. Holy smoke. I got to ask how that came about, and where were you when Grand Salami was said for the first time?
Holy Smokes was, Harry Carey did Holy Cow, and Milo Hamilton Holy Toledo. And I don't know, I just came up with Holy Smokes in the minor leagues just to be a little bit different, just to have a holy something.
So that was before your time with the Mariners, then? Okay.
Long before my time with the Mariners, and the home run call long before my time with the Mariners.
And then Niehaus and the Grand Salami?
Oh, my goodness. 1995, the bases are loaded, and Dave's call was fly, fly, fly away. It was a home run. Well, the bases are loaded. Tino Martino is up, and David would sit between Kevin Craven and myself, swinging a fly ball deep to right field, and I'm waiting for fly, fly away, and all of a sudden, Grandma, get out the rye bread and mustard. It's Grand Salami time. And I leaned back in my chair, and I looked at Kevin. He leaned back. I go, what the heck was that? You know? And Kevin shook his head. I shook my head. I go, I don't know what the hell that was, you know. But it was radio gold.
Yeah.
It was radio gold. Oh, boy, Oberto sent us about a 5-foot-long salami. You know, we got all kinds of salami. And then people were sending down salami sandwiches from the 300 level on a string.
Oh,
it was in front of us. I go, Dave, this is for you. He said, I didn't eat that. You know? But everything he did was gold. And now we still do it. I want to carry on his legacy ever since he sadly passed on back in 2010. My job is to carry on his legacy so people remembered the greatest announcer in the history of this franchise.
Well done. Awesome.
We talk about all the legends in this business, Niehaus, some of the great players that you've called. We could do that for the rest of the show, run out of time.
And we will. We'll stay here about 4 or 5 hours.
But I wish we could.
I'm good.
I want to ask you, because this show was about you as well, Rick, and the fact that you've been calling this game for so long. You're hanging it up at the end of this year. Yeah. You've got this plan where you want to take that last road trip that the Mariners are taking. So what are the feelings for you as you get closer to the end of the season?
Yeah, I'm trying to pump the brakes, because everything is going to be for the last time. It's really sad, But I'm going to be a wreck at the end of the season, and hopefully that's Game 7 of the World Series. My next road trip, I really cut back on the road trips. I'm only doing 4, already did 3. My next one is going to be in the middle of September. And then the postseason. I'm going to be there in the postseason. When the Mariners get you there, the Mariners will get you there. And so everything is for the final time. And saw the guys in Chicago. They allowed me to do the bottom of the 3rd inning on the Chicago radio network, White Sox Network. That was a lot of fun. So it's going to be sad, but I'm ready. It's time. I'm 72 years old. I'm still fairly healthy, and I want to spend time with my grandkids. I have 3 grandkids. Jackson's 21 now. Braden's 18. I saw him graduate from Anacortes High School a couple months ago, and my little girl, Ryan, who's a figure skater over in Wenatchee. I'll be able to see her in competitions, so I'm going to be able to do that and get on a plane when I want to get on a plane. I want to go to Italy and get to Rome and then eat my way across the country. I've never been there. I've got to see my relatives. All my relatives are there in Amalfi and in Cosenza. So, yeah, but I still want to be with the ball club. If they want me to hang around, I will. If they need me, help sell suites, season tickets, or whatever, I want to be with the alumni group. So whatever they want, I still want to stay with the team. I'm still going to be a Mariner and stay right here for the rest of my life. Yeah, well, I remember coming over to your house for an interview a few years back, and you were cooking spaghetti sauce on the thing. Gave you some sauce to take home. Yeah. It was an awesome moment for me personally, so I appreciated that at the time. I did so at New Day after.
New Day too?
New Day, I made my mom's spaghetti sauce right here about a month ago.
Delicious.